My name is Larry Hardcastle. I'm an attorney at law licensed to practice in the state of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I'd like to discuss today a little bit about how I became a fully employed licensed practicing in New Jersey. So I completed law school at George Washington University in Washington, D.C. While at law school, I was selected for membership on the Public Contract Law Journal. For my summer associateship, I was selected by Drinker Biddle and Reith to join their program. Unfortunately, it was right as the economy was completely tanking, so less than half of my class received offers. Unfortunately, I was not one of them. After I graduated successfully, I had sent out several applications, I had had several discussions with various law firms, and their answer was all the same. You need to pass the bar. If they were going to hire me, I needed to be licensed to practice. So after I graduated, I did what every law student does. I locked myself in a room and I studied for the bars for 5 months. Thankfully, I passed both of them. I immediately got back to looking for a job. So I went to a resource that everyone's heard of, but few lawyers would think to look for employment: Craigslist. On Craigslist, I found an attorney in Somerville who was looking for someone to develop their own practice area. They had criminal, they had traffic, but what they really wanted was someone to do bankruptcy. At that time, I had no experience in bankruptcy at all. I then spent a week in the Trenton Law Library reading Collier on Bankruptcy, a 16-volume tome of information of all aspects of bankruptcy. I came up with the ideas for marketing, I met with clients, all while still learning the practice of bankruptcy. If I was able to convince a client that we could handle their case in an efficient and cost-effective manner, I would receive a portion of the payments. And I'm here to tell you, this is pretty much the new paradigm. You eat what you kill. I was fortunate in that the ideas that we came up with for marketing a new bankruptcy practice turned out to be rather successful. So I worked there for approximately a year and a half. By the time I left, it was a successful practice that had a number of clients. Fortunately, I was able to leverage that position into a full-time position at a firm that does exactly what I want to do: commercial litigation and corporate transactions. So I got this position through a recommendation of a person in my network. The key to that was I was known to them as being a hard worker, someone who was intellectually curious and genuinely interested in the practice of law. That was critical because this firm had had other associates who just didn't cut it. So when I sat down with them, they said, "Your resume looks great, we're excited about this opportunity," but they wanted one caveat, and it was a big one. They wanted to know if I would be willing to not be offered a full-time position, but work as, again, a contractor for a month while they determined whether or not they wanted to extend me a full-time offer. Certainly it wasn't what I wanted to hear, but I accepted it, and I'm happy to report that after 1 week, I was extended a full-time offer. So here's my message to you, America. If you want to get a job in this economy, you're going to have to prove yourself. It's not sufficient to send out 500 resumes and think that you're going to get a job. The old paradigm is dead. Employers want to see that you're determined, that you're gritty, that you're flexible, that you're willing to work. And if you do all of those things, you make sure that you're networking, you'll find a job as well.